another episode of G-Man Fishing. We are live edition of catch and cook. Well, not so much catch, but catch the eating and caught a fish. Now we're going to clean and cook the fish on the live streams. I'm not even recording on the camera. What the heck? We didn't catch it on the live stream. Cook on the live stream. Thanks for providing the whitefish, bro, for this catch and cook.
Oh yeah.
Well, not so much catch. He's gonna be young. By the way, we did catch some fish out. We're going to dispatch this. I'm just making a slip behind the head. Dead fish, no more kicking around. We'll clean it. We're going to start by cutting it. Skillet. Cut off the head. So basically this is the mill. You can see by the spawn, by the sacks that make the white stuff that pollinates the eggs. You can tell that this is a mill. He's still kicking, but he's dead. So we're gonna take and we're gonna take the innards out. Because you can clean them where you catch them, and it's not chumming, we're gonna throw that into the water. There we got most of the innards out. Now we just gotta get that bloodline out of there. That ball is the backbone right here. You just put your knife through there and then run your finger there, and that's all it takes to get rid of that. I know he's still kicking, but that's just nerves. I made sure he's dead. Now we rinse it off a little bit. We got most of that stuff out. Almost all of it. Now we'll still it by taking our blade and just running up the body like this. Because we're not flaying this fish. We're just pretty much gutting it, cutting the head off and taking the scales off, because we're not at home and we're not using what we would normally use for seasoning these fish. So we don't have no salt, no pepper. This is going to be flat out fish over a fire, which in my opinion you can't go wrong with, unless you don't like the taste of fish. Then you may not like it this way. So yeah, all they do is just run against the scales and get them to come off. This fish is dead. I did get it out of its misery, but what happens is you got nerves and stuff that causes them to move. See, and then there we go. He's all scaled, gutted. All we got to do is cut off the head and then throw him on the flames, which will be up here. So now we'll cut off the head. See? And then you see, you don't even have to cut all the way through. You just grab hold, rip. Head's gone. Throw it in the water, rinse it off again. Because you always want to rinse your fish and make sure you get all the stuff you don't want to eat off of it. So rinsing it 2, 3, 4, or 5 times is is okay. It's not gonna hurt nothing to rinse it off. We're just going to set this on the flames for how long we think that it's going to take to clean this or cook this fish all the way through. And when it starts to peel from the bones, that's usually a pretty good indication that it's done cooking. Get a bit of cold right here, and we'll flop it right there on the flames and let it cook, y'all. Should be a great catch and cook if you guys like that kind of stuff. See, I got all that fishy stuff on there. No biggie, we can just use the rocks to clean our hands. And if we wanted that to be on top, we can just take a branch, set it on top, and then take this branch and move it closer. And then it'll just cook it for us. And then however long it takes to cook is what it's going to be. How you guys liking the catch and cook? Well, is there anybody even watching us? Too? All right. Give us a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. We're going to get this video off camera. Okay, we're going to cut on camera, just not there in the live streams. If you want to go ahead and start fishing again, I'll take over to the live stream.
All right, I'll get fishing.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. No comments yet. Hopefully you guys are liking it. That's Cliff over there. You all know him. You've seen him a few times on this channel. He's going to try and catch a fish while I cook this up for us so that we have a nice little... I didn't bring no food because I was hoping we was going to do this. Catch and cook. Now, one thing about cooking fish is a lot of times if you can get rid of the red meat, which is right below the surface of the skin, when you flay them, it'll help keep it from tasting so fishy. We didn't really do that just because I didn't have a flay knife. So basically what we're doing is we're just cooking it over the flames, doing a nice little catch and cook. And so basically what we'll do is we'll cook it and then we'll flip it, cook it on the other side, and then basically when we take the skin off, that'll take off all the ambers and stuff that we use to cook it on. Doesn't that look beautiful? In my opinion, it looks nice. It's going to be a delicious little morsel for two people to eat. Yeah, that's probably not enough, but you know how us men folk are. We like to eat a lot. So we're just going to let it cook and cook and cook and cook some more. Nice little beautiful white fish. See, we're down here on the Deschutes River. Just chilling, liking what we're doing and doing what we like. Beautiful day out. Kind of windy, kind of cloudy. Supposed to have been mostly sunny from what I understand for the forecast, and not so, well, yeah, it's supposed to be windy. So. Bug was going to come down and be my camera person, so, but she decided that she didn't want to be the camera person today, so she said she wasn't feeling good. So I'm like, okay, no biggie. I can have Cliff cameraman it up, and now that it's cooking, and I'm not cleaning it and doing all that stuff, and I got the hands free, I can cook the fish and also I can also cook the fish and also film. So leave a comment if you guys like this kind of content. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope so. Somebody keeps going in and out on there. One of the beautiful things about being a YouTuber is doing these catch and cooks for you guys every year. Even though I do a lot of whitefish catch and cooks, you know, but you know what? Whitefish are a dandy to eat. A lot of people give them a bad rep and say, oh, they're just a trash fish. They're just a sucker fish. You know, I disagree with them. They're not a trash fish. In my opinion, there's no such thing as a trash fish. Every fish has a purpose. They may not always be native to this region or any region in the United States, but they all serve a purpose when they're a native species, like the whitefish or the pike minnow, or squawfish as some people like to call them. The pike minnow they like to call a squawfish. They are a native species. Yeah, people don't like them because they eat too much of the salmon and steelhead trout fry, but they are a native species to this country, to this state. And so having them in the ecosystem, it's not hurting the ecosystem, doing something that they naturally do. And there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me on that, but it's the truth, you know. Native species are here for a reason. The good Lord put them here, not just to eat the other little fishes, but to keep them in check. And I realize that they got bounties on pike minnows and stuff like that because they consider them a nuisance species, even though they're really, you know, a native species. So y'all check it out. You liking that beautiful smoky fish? Woohoo! Looking delectable. Heck yeah. I would have liked for this to be a steelhead, but the one steelhead Cliff caught today had to be released because it was a wild fish, a native fish. So we can't keep native fish, we can only keep hatchery fish. So a lot of times we have to release certain fish that we catch. And you'll only get to see this cook on the live stream. You're not gonna see this on the channel this week because I'm not recording on the GoPro for the cooking part of this fish. So, woo, it's cooking up nicely. See if we can't get this thing flipped over. Start thinking about cooking the other side. Yes, I know what it looks like, but trust me, it's gonna turn out perfectly. It's gonna turn out perfectly. See how it's starting to fall apart? That's what that white meat fish does. Is it tends to get a little soft and fall apart. But it will be totally delectable when we're ready to eat. Woohoo! You guys liking this? All right. Hey, all right. We got our first comment. Alex Fry. Yuck. Okay, wow. It's as cool making fish this way. Love it. Yes, I agree. I agree. Catching it and cooking it, you know, over a flame with no added anything, because then the fish really shines through, you know. It really shines through when you can catch it, cook it, and decide if you really like the taste of the fish or not. I agree. Big old thumbs up, you know, on that. Because I see these chefs on TV and they cook these fish and they over season it, and then you can't really taste the flavor of the fish. But I'm definitely a fan of salt and pepper on a fish, you know. Zach 1417, best tasting by far. Nice. Oh man, yeah. I've not got to fish the Sandy yet. It's one of those fisheries I've been meaning to fish. I just have not fished it yet. But I hear they got a good winter run steelhead over there. I'm not so sure about a summer run, but a lot of what I've heard is you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, it's winter run steelhead more. But you know what it comes down to is not a lot of knowledge about the about the Sandy. You know, for me, because it's not a place I've spent any real time with or fishing at. So appreciate the comments, you guys. Glad you guys could join us today. Whitefish are really oily fish. They have a lot of oil, and people like them because of that oil. You know, that's why they like salmon as well. It's because they're really oily. Oh, it's got a great brood trout. Wow, program. Or brood stock, I guess is what they call it. Cool, that's nice to know. Maybe I'll be able to make a trip out there or two. Because it's one of those fisheries I've always wanted to fish. I just haven't really taken the time to do it. So maybe it's one of those places I'll get to go to. You know. Ouch. A little bit warm for just the bare hands. I should have probably brought something to move it with, but I'm not always the smartest guy and the smartest tool in the shed when it comes to this. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Deschutes fishery can be definitely a tough fishery for steelhead. Because you can see them swimming and everything like that and know they're right there and throw everything at them, including the kitchen sink, and just not catch them. And so it does make it a little bit on the hard side to fish it at times. But a little persistence and a little luck definitely can help you catch more fish on the Deschutes. All I can say is when you're fishing any place is variety, change it up, different depths, because like when I'm jig and bobber fishing, sometimes 3 to 6 feet works, sometimes 5 to 8 feet works, you know, and if it's really high, then sometimes 10 feet deep works. And it's really all about trying different depths and just trying to do different things to try to make that success. Like right now, something I don't do very much is drift a bead, but Catch D Angling, who's fishing with me today, he caught a nice steelhead drifting a bead, and he's caught a few whitefish as well. So, you know, it really can be difficult. It can be about trying just different things, you know, giving yourself as many different options as you can to catch a fish. Sometimes is what it takes. Ooh, that whitefish is looking good. The only thing I'm concerned about is maybe the tilt area, maybe not being cooked enough because it's kind of down towards the bottom where there's less coals. So maybe I should flip it upside down because that top end is definitely looking pretty close to being done. So, but we'll give it a couple more minutes just to make sure that we're not eating raw fish, you know. But nice, learning how to fish the beads. Wow, that's something I'm still learning myself. The beads are definitely you got to have the technique, you know, the right depth and everything. Drifting it with the slinky can also improve your chances with the bead. So there we go. We just flipped it, get the tail end down, that end, let it cook a little bit more because I feel like I don't want to be serving myself or Catch D Angling. Do you guys do a lot of bait fishing down there on the Sandy, or or plastic worms stuff there on the sandy. I hear that can be a very effective way on the sandy to catch stillhead. Winter stillhead is to use a plastic worm, a pink plastic worm underneath a jig or bait even. The Deschutes is a very fun fishery though, because I mean some of the size of the trout you catch, the red bands and red sides you catch out here, can be a lot of fun. Ooh, look at that fish, look at that fish, look at that fish, yo. You guys get a whitefish run on the Sandy River? Might I ask? Woohoo! Gonna be some good eats here in just a couple minutes. It's just about done, I believe. Go get Clint and catch the angling. See if he's ready to try some fish. I did start this fire before I started going live for you guys, just so it wouldn't take as long. Still takes a minute to cook the fish, but there he is, right there. He's coming. He must be smelling that fish. He must be getting hungry. I know I'm hungry. How's this plate? Is this plate good enough for you, man?
Yeah. A
fancy plate right here. Clean that off a little bit. That's gonna be our lunch plate, I think. So, you wanna hold that? Get this fish off here. Looking good, isn't it? Mm-hmm. A little charred from the coals, but definitely looks like it's going to be a tasty little morsel.
Oh yeah.
See if we can get it off here without falling apart. All right. I'll let you have the first taste, and I'll record your reaction. And if you like, then I know it's edible. All right.
All right. Here we go.
Nice white meat fish.
Yeah.
Is it that tasty? Mm-hmm. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, not a bad little morsel. Maybe could have cooked it a minute or two longer, but it's cooked all the way through. Can't complain about that. And as far as being bony, they're no more bonier than a trout is. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to try it because it's too bony. I've had plenty of trout, and these things aren't no more bonier than a trout are. What do you think?
Well, these are no more bony, and if you like white meat fish, then these things are really good.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that solid piece of fish there, y'all. You know, freshly caught, freshly killed. It was just moving, 20 minutes ago before we started cooking it. Can't complain there. So, y'all, hopefully you guys like this content. That's Catch the Angling. This is G-Man. Till next time, thumbs up. Thumbs up. We out. Thanks for joining us.